Hey guys, so I got some more welding to do on the truck. I've been using this good old Lincoln electric welding helmet. I've had this for over a decade, and it's got the little lens on it. If you've noticed, I got a new box. So we're gonna review a welding helmet today. We'll see what happens. This one's been well used. Matter of fact, the headband needs taken off and cleaned quite a bit. It's nasty. I always wear a welding cap anyways when I put this on, so that doesn't touch my head. So it's not that big of a deal, but it's been burnt, and it's got a little bitty viewing angle in there. You can kind of see it is auto darkening, but Dad's got one that's got a little bit bigger viewing window. And I've used it a time or two, and I really wanted one that had the bigger window. And another problem, the reason I decided to get a welding helmet is we've been using the plasma cutter a lot here lately. And we've got a set of goggles for it, and this right here gets too dark if you go to using it to cut with. And I end up with sunburn on my face right through here under the goggles just from the arc of the plasma cutter. So I wanted to get a new welding helmet because I wanted a new welding helmet, and I wanted to get a helmet that I could cut with and grind with that wouldn't go dark on me to where I couldn't see anything. So set that back up there. I got a new YESWELDER welding helmet. Now, don't get me wrong, I wanted a lot nicer one, but the budget right now didn't go for that. Maybe someday we'll do another one. But I got to looking at some of the reviews on this, and pretty decent reviews. There was a couple videos on it, but none that I felt ultra warm about. But I went ahead and bought it because some of the written reviews look good. And the difference is some of the videos I watched, like, oh, YESWELDER sent us a helmet. And I'm like, you're really gonna say anything bad about an outfit that sent you something? I bought this with my money, so I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it. Now, I am comparison to my old welding helmet, not newer welding helmets of the day, because that's all I really have to compare to as far as using, but I guess I can compare it to Dad's too. But I'm going to tell you what I think about this welding helmet for what I do with it, and keep in mind, I don't do this all the time. I don't claim to be an awesome welder. I'm a hobby welder. That's what I am. So let's see how this goes. So I took it out of the box, left the box there. Yes, it's got a goofy design on it. I didn't care, it was $100. So it's a cyberpunk design. The cool thing about it is it's got these cool side viewing holes, and I don't know if that's gonna be cool or not, but sure would think you'd wanna see more. It's got, I don't know if you can see it with the headgear in a way, I'll try and hold that up. But you can see it's got the view window. You can kind of see my fingers on the other side there. One thing I'll tell you it's funny is we all know that I got a big nose. Secret's out, everyone. When I first put this on and tilted it down, it hit my nose. And I went, that's not gonna fly. These knobs right here are adjustable. I was able to slide the harness back about yay far, and it could have went further a little bit, but we didn't need that. So I got it back far enough now, and now I can put it on, and it is in the all the way tilt down, and I'll show you what I mean by that. But now it's not on my nose and not in danger hitting my nose, and so I can just drop it, and it's not on my nose now. And you can set, there's neat little deals right here where you can take that and you can set that to different notches, and it'll allow it to, like right now it's in the middle actually of the drop point, but you could set it to where it would drop further or not drop as far. So the harness, the head harness is really adjustable to you know, a person's head. And it seemed like I had to tighten the top strap a little bit to set down on my head because it was like hovering above my head some. but the head harness feels really comfortable and really secure. The back part actually drops down to the back part of your head, like in between your ears, and not necessarily like your hat band. So it feels really secure, and you don't feel like it's going to fall off or nothing. So that part of it so far I like. Now something I'll notice is we have the LED shop lights. We made a video about putting those in if you haven't seen that one. And so when I look up, if I put it on, I'm right here, and I look up at the LED lights, it darkens already on sensitivity. I do have it on the weld setting right now. So if I take it down to the, we'll go cut setting, because it's got that. So there's the cut setting. If I look up at the lights, it does darken, but not nearly as much. And I assume I can change that. Yes, I could darken that even more. I wasn't crazy about the outside knob on it. Now, I guess I kind of get it for quick access so you can do it and get back to work. But if I'm up underneath the bed running, I might bump that into something and change my darkening level. The good news is it's the darkening level and not the sensitivity. So it's just one knob on the outside. So I don't change the sensitivity and accidentally flash myself. It'll just change my darkening level, which I guess wouldn't be great, but it still wouldn't be that bad. You could always reach back up. You would notice it pretty quickly. So we'll see how I like having that on the outside of the helmet. But then it's got a grind setting too, and the grind setting, flip it down there. I'm trying this, I'm playing with this on camera because I've not done this before. So if I do it like that and look up, it doesn't change darkening at all looking at the lights, which is what you would expect with grind level, just be more like a face shield. So I've got some welding to do on the truck, and I'm going to try this helmet out and just see what I think about it and let you guys know. Let me fire up the welder. Alright guys, I'm set up. I'm going to do some welding here and we'll see how this new hood works out. I think I've got most of my settings set already. I've done some plucking around on the bench over there to get it right, so we'll see. Okay guys, before I give you my thoughts on the welding helmet, we're going to let the veteran try it out, see what he thinks.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the welder turned on for him. What do you think?
I did all right if I'd stay on task. I didn't stay on task.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the helmet all right, but I should have went.
How'd that side, the kind of non-tinning sides, mess with you?
It didn't bother me. I was all right with it.
Once you get the focus in, it's like they're not even there, isn't it?
Yeah. Need a grinder on this.
All right, first thing we're going to do is inspect my weld job, and then we'll go from there. So, I think that went pretty well. Keep in mind, I'm a hobby welder. I'm not professional by any means, but I'm pretty happy with that. Told Dad I don't even think I'm going to grind that one. I'm going to leave it alone. So, now let's talk about how I went with the welding hood. So, one thing about it, when I first lit the welder up, The side parts do not darken. They stay the same shade, you know, on the sides as they are when you start. So they don't darken. And at first, that was a little, I was afraid it was going to keep me from focusing on what I was doing. It was a little distracting having that on the side. But really, once I got going, I was looking at what I was doing. I really wasn't paying attention to the side, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. There was a couple times that over here, there's a bad place in the corner. I still had some paint that I didn't get completely cleaned out of there. My wire speed was a bit slow, and I kind of had the gun in the way. I was in a tight spot. It arced a couple times, and before the welding hood could dim properly, it kind of flashed me just a little bit. Not bad. I mean, not nothing that, you know, when you're covering up your arc with the gun, sometimes that happens because the sensors aren't picking it up. But it wasn't bad. For the most part, I could definitely see a lot better as far as, and that might just be because it's got a larger viewing window where my old one doesn't. I did like that, obviously. And really, one of the cool things is the tint that everything is. They call this true color. When it's not darkened, being able to see, you don't have that really dark green tint. There's a little bit of tint to it, but it's not terrible. You can kind of see. You can let off the welder, and it's almost as if you took your welding hood off. So that true color thing, there might be something to that. All in all, for $100, I mean, granted, you know, you're talking about comparing it to like maybe a $300 Miller welding helmet. Probably not. I don't know. I don't have one of those. But for $100 compared to my old Lincoln Electric one that I was using, I'm happy with this one. I'll be using this one for a while unless it gives me a problem. And if it does, I'll let you guys know in a future episode we put up. So, if you guys don't mind, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to get back to work on this truck, and we'll see you on the next one.